Hi again, Rob here at SDC International Shipping, continuing on here with France and discussing your household goods shipment from the USA to France. And what I'd like to do now is kind of get into that nuts and bolts, the process part of the informational video. So first of all, let's talk about the process from a 10,000 foot view. I'm not going to go granular on you at all, but basically the process goes like this. There's going to be that initial interaction, the initial engagement on the telephone probably, where we discuss a little bit about what your needs are, what you're shipping, when you're shipping, where you're shipping, all of that. I tell you a little bit about us, answer the questions you might have, and sort of provide a ballpark price because we more or less understand. There's going to be a range because our job is to do things the exact right way and to make sure that it's done the least costly method of doing things the right way. So, but we're going to give you a ballpark to start off. From there, what we like to do generally, not always, but generally, is try to schedule a visual survey, whether it's in person or virtual by FaceTime or WhatsApp or Zoom. We like to put our eyes, we can meet each other and also put our eyes on what your inventory is going to be. That's really, really important. After that, the next step would be to provide you, the client, with a professional proposal that we talked about earlier. So you see everything, what it's going to cost. This is what we've seen. This is what we are including. This is what is being excluded, and all of that. If everything looks good, then you would book. And then once the booking is done, we've already selected the date and the time. The next step would be for our team to arrive at the designated time and date and pick everything up as required. There are all different ways of doing that, of course. A huge job might take 3 days to wrap and protect prior to loading anything into a container. Smaller jobs, everything's handled the same day, perhaps even half a day. So, but ultimately, we're going to come. We're going to make sure everything's taken care of the right way, pick everything up, and it makes its way to the port. At some point, it is loaded, of course, into a container. The container is loaded onto the ocean vessel. Ocean vessel has a sailing date, and it ships across the ocean. From there, it arrives at the port of entry. Now, prior to that, at SDC, our internal support and logistics team you've interacted with those folks and made sure that everything is ready and the skids are greased, so to speak, so that when we do the shipment does get to the port of entry, customs clearance becomes just a formality. It goes right through, nice and smooth, and then everything is ultimately delivered to your new residence there in France, in this case, and delivering to your residence in France, what does that mean? Well, that means taking all the boxes and putting them in the rooms that you designate. If you want the boxes put here and some there and some there, that's what we do. Any furniture that has been disassembled in the shipping process, it is reassembled and it is placed in the room, whichever room you would like those items to be placed as well. We further clean up any trash that might be around, take it away, and then we're done, and you're ready to enjoy your new residence with all of your new things. We can go a step further, of course, and provide white glove service. We can unpack the boxes, put dishes in the cupboards. We can, anything that you like is an optional service. We can absolutely handle. Okay, so that's sort of the process. That's door to door, assuming an ocean transfer, an ocean shipment type situation. If it happened to be air, we could do that too, no problem. The only difference is, of course, that we're shipping by the port of exit and the port of entry is an airport rather than an ocean port, but we can absolutely handle that. Let's talk about what you can't ship. Every country has a list of items that are prohibited in shipping. And now remember, what we're doing here is shipping your household goods and personal effects to your new residence in France. And we want to make sure that we're maybe a little bit more strict on that one because we don't want challenges or problems or inspections or anything like that. But every country has a list. Many or most of the countries have some items that are common. I'm not going to get granular. I'm not going to go into detail on that. You're on the website. We have it right here. In addition, if you're engaged with an international shipping relocation specialist here at SDC, we certainly can help you and walk you through all of the things that you cannot ship. But obviously, food stuff, liquids, flammable items, chemicals, explosives, counterfeit, loose diamonds, ivory, these are the common ones. Of course, you can't ship with your household goods. And but the list is there. Again, I don't want to spend too much time on that, as it would take too long. Let's talk a little bit about packing and protecting your goods for the shipment. First of all, let's split it into two pieces. First of all, you have your furniture, things that do not go into a box, like a desk, like an office chair at your home, a bed, a sofa, appliances, coffee tables, things that don't go into boxes. SEC, we automatically wrap and protect and take care of those items as appropriate. Now, as appropriate, we're going to handle and protect a filing cabinet probably a little different than we are an antique glass china cabinet. However, they're both going to be taken care of, wrapped and protected appropriately, so they go from point A to point B in the exact same condition, both sides. So that's furniture, things that do not go into boxes. Now, things that do go into a box, a moving box. A couple ways of handling that. You, the client, you can do the packing. You can provide the packing boxes, the packing material, and do it. The boxes have to be labeled, of course. Nothing too, it doesn't have to be real detailed. Box number 1, books. Box number 2, kitchen plates. Box number 3, pots and pans. Box number 4, shoes, things of that nature. And then you'll also have to create, if you're doing the packing, you also have to create an inventory listing that matches the boxes. So again, we'll say box number 1, shoes. Box number 2, books. It matches up. Very simple. Now, the other side of that is we, the agent, can do the full professional packing of the boxes. In that case, we handle everything. We provide the boxes and the packing material. We take care of everything. We label the boxes and we do the professional inventory list. Sometimes that can help a little bit at customs on the port of entry in France because they see it was done by a professional agent. And sometimes it can be quicker, but it's not necessary. We can handle it either way. There's also a hybrid model where some clients will say, Rob, I would like to pack all of my boxes, except for the china. You guys handle that. And the flat screen TVs. Okay. We can, bill it that way. It'll be packed by owner, but with a few things that we've handled that way. Next, let's talk about other things that we pack and protect and wrap and ship, and we're expert at doing it. Things like art and fine art. And sculptures. Everything from wrapping and protecting to soft crating, using, humidity absorbing paper, acid free paper, wrapping, protecting, soft crating your art, all the way up to hard custom crates. We do that. We do it all the time. We're expert at doing it. We move museums even from country to country when they relocate exhibits. So we really have a lot of expertise in handling that, and you can feel very comfortable that we can handle that. Musical instruments such as grand pianos, baby grands, uprights, organs, no problem. We handle all of those things. Your strong instruments as well. We do everything. Game room items such as billiard tables. We handle that. We can do the disassembly, the professional disassembly, the shipping and reassembly, or you can handle the disassembly and reassembly. We'll work with you on that, but we're expert at shipping those items as well. We do quite a bit of the nice pinball machines as well, the old vintage and collectible pinball machines. And there's a lot of glass, there are lots of delicate mechanisms inside, so that's very, very important. And we do a tremendous number of those for the international shipping. And so we're expert at handling that as well. So you can look to us. Let's talk about also shipping your vehicle, your car, to France. Absolutely, we can handle that. We help you with that. As part of your shipment, your household goods shipment, you definitely want to try to tie your car in with a household goods shipment because you get that one time, if everything's in order, you get the one-time exemption in terms of duties and any VAT that might be due. You get that exemption. So you definitely want to make that part of, keep it in the same group as your household goods shipment for that. And we can absolutely handle, just definitely reach out to us and work with your relocation specialist on your vehicle. Same goes for your motorcycle. If you have a motorcycle or motorcycles to bring over, absolutely can handle that. We do it all the time. Okay, let's talk about shipping and sending your furry four-legged friend over. Yes, absolutely, we can definitely handle that as well. We do that all the time. That is part of our service. So again, engage with your SDC relocation specialist to handle your four-legged furry friends and get them over there to your new home as well. Finally, I want to talk a little bit about maritime insurance. So insurance coverage on your goods from door to door while they're in transit. There are a couple different, generally speaking, there are a couple different types of insurance. First of all, total loss insurance. Total loss insurance is just that. Everything was lost or it wasn't. It's an all or nothing policy. Kind of think the boat sank or the boat didn't sink. If one item is damaged or missing, it's not covered because everything has to be lost or damaged or not. It's an all or nothing policy, as I mentioned. But the price for that is going to be whatever dollar value you place, your assessed value of all of the items times 2.5%. So 2.5% of your assessed value of all your items is the premium cost for total loss insurance. Now, the next type of insurance is what we call full coverage. Full coverage means if one item is damaged or lost, it's covered if you've insured it. And you can insure one item or 3 items or 10 items or all items. You can pick and choose. And they will be covered if you've insured them. The cost of the premium cost for that insurance is 3% of your declared value of the items. Now, you're going to have to declare a value per item or per box so that obviously if you have a big green egg barbecue grill and it's damaged or missing, it doesn't happen much at all, if ever, but that's the purpose of insurance. If you've insured that item, and maybe that only that item, well, then whatever you declared the value to be, you paid the 3% premium for it, for the policy, and it's covered. And it's just as simple as that. So that is full coverage insurance. Hopefully this has been very helpful to you, certainly intended to be. And if we can ever help you in any way for your shipment of household goods and personal effects from the United States to France or any other destination, do reach out to SDC International Shipping. It will be our pleasure to help you with that. Have a great day.